everything changes, sometimes slowly, sometimes all at once. The things you used to love start to feel different. The stories, the sounds, the feelings they used to stir, they're still there, but they are distant. You can't quite put your finger on what's missing. Is it the world that changed? Or is it you? Maybe it's not either. Maybe it's the way we experience things now. Endless content, instant access, scroll, click, swipe. 1,000 stories in your pocket, but none that hold you long enough to leave a mark. It's not that media got worse. It just got faster, shorter, louder. And in trying to grab your instant attention, a lot of it forgot how to hold it. You start to wonder, were stories always this forgettable? Or have we just stopped giving them space to breathe? As someone who didn't grow up with anime but gradually found my way into this beautiful, strange world during high school, I've always noticed that the best anime carried weight because they stood on something. They started with ideas. There was something different about them, not just in style, but in substance. They were built around a concept, sharp, deliberate, and often uncomfortable. From that single premise, everything else took shape. You could feel the creators reaching for something real, trying to construct settings that felt lived in, complex, imperfect, yet believable. These stories often held up a mirror to real life, reflecting social struggles, inequality, and human pain. They didn't shy away from showing how broken the world could be and how people fought to survive or resist within it. Class struggle, environmental collapse, societal decay, themes that didn't need to be explained, just shown. A premise that drew you in and themes that stayed with you. Even the messiest shows had something to say. They asked real questions, questions that made you wonder about your own world. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. The stories became safer, more polished, and it got harder to find shows that carried the same weight, the kind that built entire worlds around a single, powerful idea.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not someone who hates modern anime. There's still a lot to enjoy, and I do enjoy them. But even when I finish a good series these days, it rarely lingers. I don't find myself thinking about its world, its systems, or the questions it leaves behind. The immersion just isn't the same as it used to be. Then recently, one evening, scrolling through endless titles that read like full-length tweets, I saw it. Just one word, Gachiakuta. No subtitle, no punctuation marathon, just a single, mysterious word standing alone. In a sea of the chronicles of X, Y, and the Z of something, it hit me. Maybe this was a show that trusted its name and trusted me to fill in the rest. So I clicked, approaching it with skepticism rather than excitement, ready to confirm it was just another forgettable series. The opening scene, art style, animation, everything was decent. Not mediocre, but not mind-blowing either. I kind of liked the on-screen text talking about trash and taking care of objects, etc., but still, nothing mind-blowing. But then, just a few minutes in, a single shot stopped me cold. A frame so striking, it dilated my pupils and shot my eyebrows skyward. I am not being dramatic here. Now watch the shot and tell me which anime it reminds you of. On one side, polished towers gleamed like trophies. On the other, shacks and ramshackle walkways clung to rusted girders. In that moment, I realized this wasn't a backdrop, it was a manifesto. The creators had mapped out an entire society's anatomy in a single shot. Sky-high luxury siphoning resources away from the disregarded masses below. A single wall hinted at rules, histories, and injustices I hadn't even been told yet. My skepticism melted away. It struck me then that Gachiakuta wasn't borrowing familiar settings or rehashing tired dystopias. The world here operated under its own logic, its own economy and social code. You could feel the creator's original vision in every meticulously designed detail, as if they'd sketched a blueprint for an entire civilization before writing a line of dialogue. Every single thing I was watching was standing on a foundation of genuinely unique concept and world building. For the first time in a long while, I felt the pull of something real. And the more I watched, the more that foundation revealed itself, not through exposition dumps or flashy enforced narration, but through texture, the way people spoke to each other. Everything felt like it had a reason to exist, not just to look cool, but to serve the logic of the world. It's a kind of storytelling that trusts the audience. It doesn't explain itself. It lets you observe, absorb, and piece things together. And that's what pulled me in deeper. Not the action, not the mystery, not even the characters at first, but the idea that someone, somewhere in that writing room asked, what kind of world would produce people like this? And then built that world from the ground up. It wasn't just class struggle for flavor. It was baked into the architecture, the tension, the way people moved. The divide wasn't just symbolic, it was structural, literal. A city split in two and a society split along with it. And when an anime does this, when it builds a setting that isn't just a stage for characters, but an active force shaping their lives, it hits differently. It reminds you of why certain stories stay with you. Because they're not just about what happens, but about why it happens and to whom and what it says about the world. Gachiakuta somehow had that old feeling, that sense of a story that means something even before it tells you what it's about. A world that doesn't pander to your attention span, but instead dares you to look closer. And for the first time in a long time, I wanted to. And then, even before my jaw could return to its resting position, this anime... Nah man, I can't keep it spoiler-free anymore. The first episode is right there, free to watch on Crunchyroll's YouTube channel. Go check it out. See if it hits you the way it hit me. And decide for yourself if this one's really something special. Peace out.
This is my first video, and I'm committed to making more in-depth, thoughtful reviews in a YouTube landscape dominated by reaction farming and endless frame-by-frame breakdowns. I'm not here to chase likes or subscriptions. I'm here for honest, constructive criticism on this video, and any tips for the ones to come. Your feedback will help me focus on substance rather than hype. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to hear what you think.